Season 11 has just launched in the finals, and it's definitely one of the more interesting updates we've gotten. There are some high highs and some low lows. From the melee rework to the new map and theme, there's a lot to talk about. Now, instead of just listing everything Embark added, because a million YouTubers have already done that, I'll give you my honest, real, and totally objective opinions. After spending the first 24 hours playing this update, let's see what Embark did right, did wrong, and what I'd like them to do moving forward before Season 12. Let's just hope they help the spear. Also, just to make it clear, my opinions will probably change during the season. These are just my first speculations. Let's start off with the best thing they added, the theme. It's the best one since Season 7, and while I definitely have no bias there, Embark knew what style they're influenced by and represented it in spades. Everything feels like it has a purpose, from the home screen background to even the trailer. In my previous video, I said it looked more 80s sci-fi themed, with the little information we had, but now it looks much clearer with its 60s/70s influences. It's still science fiction, but a distinct genre of it that gives the artist a clear blueprint to create the map, cosmetics, OST, etc. Speaking of those, let's talk about them. The map, Galaxy Estates, is a treat to look at. It's the idealization of what an American galactic base would be during the space age, with mid-century housing, beautiful manors, and plenty of unique centers. I'm surprised Embark has made me actually excited about suburbia, but it's fun to play in. Now, I'm not going to give a complete review of the map, since I usually wait a couple weeks to give a final statement. You need plenty of time to see how certain sections play with their flow and composition. However, I will note a few things. First, some of the spawns are very wacky. There was an instance where I was defending, had to coin, but was spawned some 200 meters away. I guess they expect the speed rails to save your time, but they really don't. But while mentioning them, the speed rails are so fun. It's just plain exciting, especially when you get into a fight where people are constantly missing. It's amusing chaos. I'm glad Embark is adding map-specific variables to make them feel more unique and stand out. Looking at you, Skyway. Next up, we got the Battle Pass and cosmetics. As I said before, they're the best in Season 7. Let's focus on the Battle Pass. Every page has something exciting, whether it's a bundle, skin, taunt, or animation. It is stacked with good items that aren't just filler. Embark knew they were cooking with this theme, and I'm glad there's plenty of fun legendary items, since those are my favorite parts of each pass. The OST is great. In fact, it's so good, I'm going to rank every single song in the tier list. Not even a week into the season, I'm already making a tier list. Dawn Beyond is B tier, a good intro song and is a good composition, but isn't noteworthy. Punching Out is the best song in the OST, S tier. It feels energetic, with a high octane cinematic feel that makes me feel like I'm in a game show. Galaxy Masters is also S tier, with that funky vibe reminiscent of the 60s/70s American motif. Sorte El Soleil? I don't know, A tier. It's just a plain song, but really nothing notable I love about it. Leave the World Below is also A tier, giving Kometa a nice little theme song. Finally, Annihilator is S tier, with a good mix of funk, similar to Galaxy Masters, kind of reminding me of Daft Punk. Alright, let's stop talking about the best thing in the update and move on to the worst. Let's just rip off the Bandit immediately. Melee. It's still not great. Sure, Sledge and Sword feel pretty decent, but every other single weapon just feels off. That may be a skill issue, maybe it's something fans of each weapon have to get used to over time, but they honestly feel weaker than their previous state. When playing Dagger, the primary sling felt floaty. Dual Blades, while fun to use, feel awkward with their new secondary X/attack. Because of its lunge, you most likely miss your enemy, even if they're only like 1 meter away. However, that could just be an aiming issue for me. Riot's secondary push attack also feels clunky, but maybe it's something I'll get used to. I feel like I'm just giving Embark the benefit of the doubt here, but I genuinely can't tell if they are good, as in I'm just a bad player and can't use them, or actually bad weapons, as in it's actually bad. However, one weapon I am positively confident about is the Spear, which was given the Mice and Men treatment. The secondary attack, only 1 sling, and barely doesn't do any damage. The primary attack is a wet noodle, and even uses their stamina, which I could have sworn was only meant for secondary strikes on all melee weapons. There is a reason why, in the YouTube thumbnail, the Spear is shown on a gravestone. I think Embark has created a good foundation with all these new universal melee mechanics, but they need to actually boost some of the weapons as well, as in their numbers and their swing speeds. I'm surprised they just assumed the new precision and stamina system would magically fix them, but melee needs more than just that, especially at higher levels if Embark really wants this game to go into the pro scene. Moving on from that dumpster fire, here are some small elements I found notable, but weren't enough for one concise section. It's amazing to get 2 rank coins from hitting Diamond 4 and Diamond 1, as there's a huge cutoff in between that individual RS gap. It's promoting players not just hit Diamond, but also Ruby as well. With the new bot matches, I'm able to just mess around with dumb strategies without impacting random teammates or trying to get my friends on for a private lobby. The bots are incredibly dumb though. XP in the finals has always been wacky, with Pyro Grenade's infamously fast leveling up system and Gateway's infamously slow leveling up system. It's great that they changed the XP ratio for a lot of these items, but I'd love to see an entire rework soon. You can finally change your reticle size, which means something like the red dot on the LH1 is actually viable. Overall, I'm a huge fan of this because customization in games is always nice, so you can play how you want to play. There was also some funny bugs at launch, like how half of your eye would be gone if you changed loadouts in the practice range, but overall the finals wasn't broken at all when Season 11 came out. However, desync was kind of an issue, which makes the game feel just a tiny bit off. Essentially a little gnat that you can't get to, but it's buzzing all around your face. It's just so annoying to deal with. In summary, this definitely was an update for the finals. While the content felt amazing, the actual gameplay could be worked on. As I said, Embark laid a solid foundation for Melee. They just need to tweak more numbers, especially on the spear. Overall, I wouldn't ask them to revert their change, but just improving what they're doing. Is it annoying right now? Yes. But I'm glad they're actually changing stuff, so we don't go through dry periods like Seasons 8 through 9. Overall, I'm cautiously optimistic and expecting Embark to do better. But as a little side note before the end of the video, here are some ideas for what Embark may do before Season 12 fully launches. I think they need to fix the spawns again, especially on maps like Galaxy Estates, which feel super wacky. You could tell I'm not really reading the script, but these are just random thoughts I had. Another one is actually add more teaser trailers and add more like lore into the finals, which I feel like they haven't really in recent memory. That'd be nice. Add more sponsor tracks. It was really disappointing to not see Komata as a sponsor track. I was fully expecting to be their #1 fan, but it just wasn't there, and that was really disappointing. It would be also nice to see the MGO rework as well, since we were promised that seasons ago, but really got nothing to it. I was kind of confident they would release it in Season 11 with Tandem, the Melee rework as well. Anyways, that'll be it for me. Make sure to try out the new map, have a great rest of your day, and stay amazing.